Hello, flower friends. This is Jen, and today we're going to talk about putting your social media on autopilot. Social media often feels like this super heavy, often gross thing that is just this monster in your business that has to be done. And honestly, it doesn't need to feel like shit. You can create these things that I'm going to talk about to help simplify your whole kind of approach to social media so that you can really put your social media on autopilot. I know that often when we go in with the best intentions on to our Instagram or Facebook and we get sucked in to the vortex of comparing yourself to everyone and really starting to look. I get tons of cow videos now and farm videos and all of these things. And realistically, it's like then the thing that didn't feel really good is really easy not to do because you're watching kitten videos. And that's why, to me, the best way to kind of remove that is to get yourself out of the actual platform to schedule a lot of these things. So, my first tip is if you want to put your social media on autopilot, you should have a scheduling tool. I know there are mixed feedback from all the different Instagram gurus on if this is a good idea or not a good idea. But to me, if it is done in some capacity, even if it maybe isn't perfect from an algorithm standpoint because they see it being posted. There are all these rules and constructs around successfully posting. Like you should be going in there for 10 minutes afterwards and making sure that anybody interacting with your post is, I mean, it's crazy. Done is better than doing a bunch of complicated shit that's not ever going to happen. So if you use a scheduling tool like Planoly, like Tailwind, like so many different there are so many companies out there that can help you schedule. You can actually do scheduling in the app as well. I like Planoly because I just like looking at it, and I also like that I have a social media person who can go in and schedule those things for me as well. So it's a third-party tool because I have two-factor turned on all of my social media because I've had it hijacked before. If you do not have two-factor turned on, I would strongly recommend it so that it sucked to get my account back. It was like the worst 24 hours because I just had worked so hard to build this account and then it's gone. And that felt horrible. So make sure you have two-factor turned on all of your social media accounts. But using the schedule tool will help you effectively go in and batch content. And when you go in and batch content, you're doing a bulk load of work at once. So you're not having to worry on Tuesday, I need to go in and post a Tuesday tip. You're just doing it. And it's because you scheduled it and you're not having to worry about Tuesday went sideways and then you didn't get your post done. You've batched all those posts for the week and it's off your plate. It's out. You can do it on a Sunday night, like batching all, or a Monday morning, have marketing Monday and batch all those posts. Simplify it so that you can you could batch weeks of posts at one time. Use ChatGPT to help you write your captions and make it easy on yourself. Make the day to day I need to drudge into Instagram and then I get sucked in and then the post doesn't happen. Just remove that. And when you remove that, it's going to feel like I'm not having this heavy weight of this scheduled thing that I need to do at a specific day 5 days a week or 3 days a week, whatever you decide. So, Planoly is my favorite, but of course, there's lots of options out there. Next, if you have not developed content pillars, this is something that I would also recommend. If you have no strategy or no plan for your social media, it looks like a complete clusterfuck usually. People are all over the place with no consistency, no real drive or direction. And honestly, it looks like it. So if you do not have content pillars, let me explain what those are. Content pillars are things that you talk about that hopefully support the core kind of offerings or core of your business in general to help customers connect, get to know you, understand what you offer, and so on and so forth. So there is this amazing human. Her name is Jenna Kutcher. She is the host of the Gold Digger podcast. She came and developed what they call the JK5, the Jenna Kutcher 5, that you pick 5 topics that are your core of your kind of content pillars to talk about. So let's just look at a wedding and event studio like myself. I want to talk about full service weddings. I want to talk about a la carte weddings. I want to talk about me as a person and hopefully building rapport with people who are maybe even a planner, maybe a bride. I want people to get to know me and kind of my business, my background, and things like that. So that's one thing that is a content pillar for me because it is important for people to know me as the business owner because I am the face of my business. Okay, so then I've also had like education as a pillar before. Like I did tons of videos to help educate people on wedding flowers. I have also done gardening because I had an urban flower farm. Now I grow flowers here on our farm. And I've also done a pillar of cultural weddings. Like I went through a period where I heavily talked about cultural weddings because I was really trying to establish myself as the go-to person in the cultural wedding space. And with that, I can you can switch. I wouldn't be switching your content pillars every week, but Jenna gave the example of one of her pillars was mac and cheese. She was obsessed with mac and cheese. And she was a wedding photographer here in Minnesota. And so, like, she would just talk about mac and cheese for people to get to know her. Like, can you imagine? Like, you're just this photographer, you're really falling in love with her because, like, she seems real, she seems normal, and she loves mac and cheese. You love mac and cheese, whatever. Building common ground. So when you have these content pillars, let's just say you do workshops. Workshops could be a pillar. Let's say you do a lot of dailies. Dailies can be a pillar. Sympathy could be a pillar. Let's say you're a flower farmer that also is a florist. That is a whole pillar. Talking about your flower farm, how you grow flowers, all the things. Total pillar. Then when you have these, anytime you're thinking, should I post this? Does this seem real? Does it fall within one of your pillars? Because if you are all of a sudden posting some weird random ass thing that probably shouldn't be in the mix, like then if it doesn't fit in one of your pillars, maybe it goes in your stories because your stories are temporary. They're 24 hours. They don't live forever. Maybe that content can live there. And this helps guide your decision-making process and making sure that your content is consistent, relevant, and something that can help support your business and the different facets of your business. All right, then the third big idea to streamline and put your social media on autopilot is creating some graphics that support your core offerings that you can periodically put in a rotation that help people know, hey, I do a la carte flowers. Hey, I do silk flower rentals. Hey, I do full service weddings. Hey, I have availability in 2026. Hey, whatever this kind of like on repeat creative pieces that you can use that could be reviews and testimonials that would be under your content pillar of establishing trust and getting to know you. You know, whatever these I call them evergreen content. This evergreen content can support the initiatives. You have them in a folder in your phone or a folder on your computer, and you can just go in and schedule them. You can post them in stories like, hey, we have 2026 availability for full service weddings, whatever this piece of evergreen content is. Then you can go in and resize that graphic, put that graphic in your Instagram stories, and then put the link. You don't need 10,000 followers to be able to post links now. So go in and put the link to your contact us form. Go in and put the link to your portfolio page. Hey, want to check out more of our portfolio? Click here. Your a la carte flowers page, your silk flowers rental page, whatever it is, like you can go and integrate that so that they can actually click out of the app and go check your offerings out and hopefully connect with you. A lot of times we're posting like, hey, I do all these wonderful things and I could totally make your wedding amazing and I could totally make all these things awesome. But then they have to hunt and find all of your shit. Like, that is not something that is fun for anyone to do. And then you never know if you're in the right space. Then you don't know if you're really connecting in the right spot on that person's website. So if this is you and so if you do not have easy graphics to support your business, this is something I definitely would use Canva for. You don't need to be paying for Canva. You can get a free account. I personally do have Canva Pro and do think that it is worth the investment. But if that is not on the horizon, the free plan can help you make these graphics. There's tons of templates. You can even, with the Pro plan, go in and put a brand guide so you can restyle all of the templates that are available out there in your brand colors. It is so nice, so easy, and then just save them in a file folder. Make sure that you have, your links. You can have a Word document or in your notes app, you can have all the links to all of your main, kind of services so that you can easily help someone go and connect. You want to create as much resistance on social media with directly connecting with you. When you do that, you are helping remove that barrier of them having to hunt for your information and then really wondering, am I in the right place? You want to clearly spell out, I am in the right place. Then, so we've had scheduling, we talked about content pillars, we've talked about evergreen creative. Then, really, one of my things that I think is so important in social media and we often fall short is I'll go to someone's Instagram page and I don't even know who the business owner is. I don't see one post with their face, one post with their name in it. I don't see their name in any really good description. I don't even see what city they're in to know what market or what area and if they could potentially help me if I was a bride in whatever area or a client in whatever area. Another way to make your social media on autopilot is making sure it is so crystal clear on your profile and on your page who you are and where you are. So if you have not audited your profile page in some time, If somebody goes there within 30 seconds, are they going to know who you are, what you do, and kind of your overall vibe and how they can connect with you? Like, are all of those things super clear? If people, if you're wondering, like, my social media isn't working, if they have no idea who you are or where you're located, that is problem number one. I know some people are terrified of being the face of your business, but people like to do business with people that they can identify with, that people they were like, oh, yeah, that person. If you are a small business, that is one of your superpowers. You. And if we aren't treating it as such, if we're treating it like I'm terrified, well, they're going to be terrified to put an inquiry because they don't know if they're going to get a robot. They don't know if it's a scam thing. They don't know. So much weirdness is out in the world today. You want to show how I am so lovable. Somebody wants me to do their wedding flowers because I'm going to crush it. My confidence is going to come over. I want that confidence to come over for you because when that confidence comes through, like your name's on your business, you're commanding respect, you're asserting yourself and inserting yourself into being an authority in this space. So go and audit your profile. It is so important that you are really truly telling the story of who you are, what you do, and where you're located. If you need extra help, if this social media thing seems just kind of a lot, go download my free guide at floralceo.com/social. And if that seems like a lot going through that audit, this is actually going to be the topic in the Floral CEO Mastermind in September. We are going to create Evergreen Creative. We are going to redig into content pillars. And I'm hoping with a little twist, I can get everybody by the end of the month to do an introduction video. I love, and you can pin that video of really talking about who you are, what you do, and all the things. And that can easily be just pinned. So anybody coming to your page will just know how wonderful and amazing you are. So if you're interested in starting to hone in on your social media, head to floralceo.com/mastermind because this is what we are diving into next month. And I'm super excited about it. So thank you so much for listening, flower friend, and you have an amazing flower-filled week.